Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're pulling back the curtain on one of the coolest creative fields out there, entertainment art. We're going to explore how those incredible worlds you love in movies, games, and TV actually get made.
I mean, really stop and think about it for a second. Before any of the fancy CGI, before the actors step on set, before a single line of code is written, an artist has to sit down with a blank page and literally invent everything you see. That's the magic we're jumping into today.
So here's our roadmap. First, we'll get the lay of the land, what this field even is. Then we'll clear up a super common mix-up, concept art versus illustration. From there, we'll walk through the creative workflow, then talk about the all-important portfolio, and we'll wrap up with how to protect the awesome stuff you create.
All right, first things first. What are we actually talking about when we say entertainment art? It's so much more than just drawing cool stuff.
It's a pretty new and official field of study now, which is awesome. It basically bundles together all these different creative areas. See, back in the day, you'd have to cobble together your skills from different places. But now, schools have entire programs just for this, which is honestly a massive leg up for anyone looking to get into the industry.
Okay, this next one is a biggie. People throw around the terms concept art and illustration like they're the same thing, but in the professional world, they have totally different jobs. So let's clear this up right now.
The number one difference is purpose. Think of it like this. Concept art is all about asking questions and solving problems. It's the what-if stage. What if the character wore this? How does this spaceship's landing gear work? It's messy, it's fast, and it's for the internal team. Illustration, on the other hand, is the final answer. It's a beautiful, polished piece of art made for the public, like a movie poster or the loading screen of a game. It's not about exploring ideas, it's about selling one.
And this visual just nails the difference. See on the left? That's concept art. You've got tons of sketches, different ideas for buildings and ships. It's all about exploration. But on the right, that's an illustration. One single, beautiful, atmospheric shot that tells you a story in a single glance. One is the brainstorming session, the other is the final presentation.
So how do artists actually go from a script to a final design that can guide a whole production team? Well, there's a pretty established workflow for that.
You know, it's a very logical process. It all starts with the script. You have to understand the story you're trying to tell. Then comes a ton of research. You can't just make up believable worlds out of thin air. Next, you do these tiny, super fast thumbnail sketches to explore ideas without wasting time. You pick the best of those to develop further with color and light, and finally, you present the polished work to the team. It really is like a funnel, starting broad and narrowing down to one clear vision.
And this is a perfect example of what that final output looks like. This isn't just a pretty picture, it's a blueprint. A 3D modeler looks at this and knows exactly how to build this room, what the props look like, and what the mood should be. This is concept art doing its real job, solving problems for everyone else down the line.
Okay, you've got the passion, you understand the process. Now for the most critical part, actually getting hired. And that, my friends, is all about your portfolio. I want you to really let this quote sink in, because it is the most important rule of building a portfolio. It is not a scrapbook of everything you've ever made. It's a curated gallery of your absolute best. One single meh piece can make a recruiter doubt all your amazing ones. Always, always choose quality over quantity. So how do you get those amazing pieces? You embrace something called the 10-30 rule. It's simple, really. To get 10 portfolio-ready pieces, you probably need to create at least 30. You have to churn through a lot of work to experiment, to fail, to learn, and to push yourself. It's that sheer volume of practice that lets you cherry-pick the absolute best for your book.
So what do you put in there? Well, you need variety. Show that you can design characters, environments, and props. You absolutely must include drawings from real life to prove you've got solid foundational skills. And here's a big one. Show your process. Include some of those early sketches. And maybe the most important tip? Tailor it. If you want a job designing characters for a sci-fi game, don't send a portfolio full of fantasy castles. Show them you're the perfect fit for their job.
A piece like this is just fantastic for a portfolio. It's not just a drawing of a building, it tells a story. An art director sees this and immediately knows you can think about world building. Who lives here? What's the history of this place? It shows you get it.
Seriously, do not sleep on the fundamentals. Putting life drawings like these in your portfolio is like shouting, "I know what I'm doing." It proves you understand anatomy, gesture, and form. This is the bedrock of creating believable characters, and recruiters look for it. It's non-negotiable.
And this right here, this is a total pro move.
A sheet like this, showing a prop from different angles, tells the studio that you think like a designer on a team. You're not just making a cool image, you're creating a functional design that a 3D artist can actually use. This shows you're ready to plug right into a production pipeline.
Okay, home stretch. You've put in the work, you've created this incredible art, and you've built a killer portfolio. The final, crucial step is knowing how to protect it all. This isn't just for big studios. This is for every single artist out there.
Now, the legal stuff can seem a little intimidating, but it's pretty straightforward. For you as an artist, copyright is your best friend. The moment you create an original piece of art, it's automatically copyrighted. Trademarks are for things like your unique logo or brand name. And trade secrets? Well, that's the legal shield that protects the details of that top secret project you're working on.
So what can you actually do? Well, even though copyright is automatic, officially registering it makes it way easier to defend if someone tries to steal your work. Licensing agreements are basically contracts that let people use your art while making sure you keep control and get paid. And if you're working with a client, an NDA, or non-disclosure agreement, is the promise that keeps all the secret stuff secret.
So there you have it. We've gone from the spark of an idea all the way to protecting the final creation. We've covered the skills, the process, and the strategy. I guess the only question left is, what story do you want to tell? What amazing world is just waiting inside your head to be brought to life? Now go create it.